What are the four major types of landforms?
The four major types of landforms are mountains, hills, plains, and plateaus. Mountains are usually classified as land rising 1,000 feet or higher above the surrounding area. Most have a wide base and a narrowed peak. A peak is a pointed top of a mountain. Mountains are built in several ways. Mountains can be formed when two tectonic plates collide and push the Earth's crust upwards in folds. The Himalayas in Asia are an example of this type of mountain range. Some mountains are created by movements along a fault or a break in the Earth's crust. An example of this type of mountain range is the Sierra Nevada mountains in the western United States. Volcanoes also form mountains. Volcanoes are vents in the Earth's crust caused by magma, or molten material below the Earth's surface, forcing its way up to the surface. Some famous volcanic mountains are Mount Fuji in Japan, Mount Kilimanjaro in eastern Africa, Mount Pele on the island of Martinique in the Caribbean, and Mauna Loa in Hawaii. The longest mountain range on land is the Andes Range down the western coast of South America. But the longest mountain range on the Earth's surface is mostly hidden beneath the surface of the oceans. This range actually encircles the world and is over 40,000 miles long. It is called the Mid-Ocean Range. Hills are defined as land that rises above their surroundings and have rounded summits. They are smaller and less rugged than mountains. Plains are areas of relatively flat land. Over half of the world's population live on plains, which make up about 55% of the land surface of the Earth. It is easier to build cities on plains, and traveling is also easier on flat land. Many of the Earth's plains are made up of fertile land, and most of the world's agriculture is grown on this type of land form. Some good examples are the Great Plains of North America, the North European plains that extend from Belgium in Europe to the Ural Mountains in Russia, and the North China Plain in eastern Asia. The fourth major type of landform is called a plateau. A plateau is a large, relatively flat area that stands above the surrounding land, usually having steep sides ranging from about 300 to 3,000 feet. They form as a result of an upward movement in the Earth's crust. Because of their flat tops, plateaus are often referred to as tablelands. Some smaller plateaus, or sections of plateaus, are called mesas. These smaller sections are officially known as outliers. Outliers that are higher and thinner are called buttes. The Colorado Plateau in the southwestern region of the United States and the Tibetan Plateau in China are prime examples of this type of landform. The sides of plateau regions may be called escarpments. An escarpment is a cliff or steep rock face that separates two comparatively level land surfaces. A view of Cape Town, South Africa, shows an escarpment in the background. Much of Africa is a plateau surrounded by narrow strips of coastal lowlands, and this view shows this change in elevation very dramatically.